Starting with the smallest system in the family is the Flatpak S1U2R. This is a 40 amp system coming with a SmartBack S controller. It has two rectifier positions, a battery distribution and optional load distributions. It is all configurable in Creator. Even though the Flatpak S1U2R comes with different load distributions, they are all built on the same base, meaning that the input, the controller, the rectifier positions and battery distributions is the same on all of them. The input terminals are located at the rear of the system and consist of separate 4 square mil terminals for each rectifier. If only one input cable is used, you have to strap the terminals with a link. This link is not part of the delivery and must be made by the installer. It is also recommended to read the AC input breaker document to ensure that you have selectivity between the AC input breaker and the internal fuse. To the left, seen from front, you find the SmartBack S controller. The cables to the controller can be routed through the side of the system or through a trunk at the rear of the system. One option to be aware of is the 90-degree Ethernet cable. To access the Ethernet terminal on the controller, you have to pull out the display. And if an Ethernet cable with straight connector is used, you are not able to close the display. If required by the customer to be connected to Ethernet at all time, one can use the cable with 90-degree connector, as this allows the display to be closed when connected. This option is available in Creator. By clicking on the cable connection, you can choose between straight or 90 degree. The system has two rectifier positions, and due to the current rating of 40 amp, it's only configurable with the 1 kilowatt rectifiers in Creator. It is, however, possible to use it with the 1.8 kilowatt rectifiers, but only upon request. The current rating will then be limited to 40 amp, so you are not allowed to utilize the full power of 2 times 1800 watt, but it opens for 1-to-1 redundancy and still be close to the maximum of the rate of the system. The battery distribution consists of two positions with D-frame pluggable breakers. The breakers has an auxiliary switch to ensure instant alarm when the breakers is in off position. The batteries are connected on the 16 square mil terminals at the rear of the system, and one of the breaker positions can be configured as load. This is also available as option in Creator. LVBD is default on the systems. To the far right of the system you find a load section with 4 optional distributions. One of them is the MCB drawer that has space for 7 plug-in breakers. Since this design utilizes the full width of the load section for the breakers, you simply pull out the complete distribution to access the terminals. All cables has to be routed through a wide opening at the rear of the system. The drawer also comes with LVLD as an option. The LVLD controls the 2 positions to the left on the distribution. Maximum rating on the breakers is 30 amp. Just keep in mind that the maximum rating of the system and also the LVLD is 40 amp in total. Next one is the 4-way MCB. This one has front connected plug terminals and 4 times plug-in breakers, also rated for 30 amp maximum. And then we have the 7-way fuse, also front connected plug terminals, 4 square mil, and then we have 7 fuses, glass fuses with LED indicators. The next system is the Flatpak S1U3R. This is a 48 volt system rated for 100 amps. Comes with a SmartBack S controller, has 3 rectifier positions, battery distribution and load distribution. Looking more into details. The system has individual input on screw terminals found at the rear of the system. The SmartBack S controller is exactly the same as on the 2R system. Since the system is rated for 100 amp, you are actually able to utilize the full power of the 1800 watt rectifiers, giving in total 5.4 kilowatts. To the right of the rectifiers you find the battery distribution with two breaker positions, rated for maximum 80 amp each. The breakers are pluggable and it comes with an auxiliary switch for instant alarm. LVBD is default on this system, and one of the breaker positions can be configured as load breaker upon request. Connections are done at the rear on 6mm studs. To the far right you find the load distribution. This one has also two breaker positions, maximum rating is 80 amp. Pluggable breakers, and the connections are done at the rear of the system. Next one is the FpS 1U3R bulk feed. And it is exactly what it says, it's a pure bulk feed, meaning that it has no embedded battery or load distribution. It comes with a FpS controller and can be used with any of the FpS rectifiers, regardless voltage and power. The output is configurable when it comes to polarity, LVBD and shunt. As mentioned, it can be configured with any of the FpS rectifiers, and regardless the voltage, the output can be configured as floating, the positive leg can be grounded, the negative leg can be grounded, and also the optional LVBD and shunt can be in the positive or negative leg. It has 4 outputs, and if configured with LVBD, 2 of them will be controlled by the LVBD. The other 2 will then be direct outputs. If configured without LVBD, all 4 outputs will then be directly a bulk. It is configurable with all options in Creator. And keep in mind that this system is not field configurable. Then we have the FpS power shelves. Comes in 3 versions. Ratings from 85 amp and up to 225 amp. They can all be used with any of the FpS rectifiers. One of the 1U shelves comes with a FpS controller and has 5 rectifier positions across. This one is rated for 187.5 amp, and the outputs are on centered bus bars with M8 bolts. The next 1U shelf has 6 rectifier positions across, which makes it suitable if phase balance is key. This one is rated for 225 amp, outputs on centered bus bars with M8 bolts. And then we have the FpS 2R standalone, which is basically a box with 2 rectifier positions. This unit is designed to be mounted vertically or horizontally and can be fixed directly onto a wall or a shelf, and up to 3 units can be stacked together. Be aware that this unit is more than 1U high due to the mounting gears and will not fit into any standard 1U shelf.